birthday to you too.
How's Uncle Sam? How are you? Nice to see you. Hello. How's Auntie? Nice to meet you. How are you? How are you? Good day to you too.
Hi. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Hello. How are you? Okay. Sorry. Your family. Come closer. Sorry.
Okay, wait, hang on. Okay, no.
Hello. Yeah.
Come later.
Okay.
Come.
Go. Smile, smile, smile. Come.
Namaste. I'm well, thanks. How are you? Welcome. Hi. How are you?
Hello. Nice. How are you? Hello, love. How are you? Hello.
Hi, how are you? Thank you very
Watch the show.
Thank you very much.
Take a photograph now. Great. What's the love? How you doing?
How are you? Thank you. Wait.
Okay, come closer. Family back here. Take a family back here. Take a family back here. I'll go take a family back here. Take a family back here. Let's go, yeah?
Right there. How are you?
Kaki, let me do right straight. How are you? Just come in. Maitri. Hello. How are you? Okay, come here close here. I'm going to send you. Steve, just stand with me. Okay, come here closer.
How are you?
Kids, I'm gone first, you know, because the my Kaka was here, you know, so,
Definitely Kaka. I don't see you. Thank you very much. Wow, it's so nice to see you.
How are you? Let me see them. Okay, don't go away. Stand there. Okay. So, hi. How are you?
How are you? Okay, how are you? I know. Hi, how are you? How are you? Looking nice in the sun today. How are you? Thank you. Quick baby, yeah? Thank you, guys. Hello, Auntie. How are you? I'm fine. And you? Well, thank you. Long time no see. Hello. How are you? Hello, Uncle. How are you? How are you? Hello. How are you? Hi. How are you? Hello. How are you? How are you? How are you?
That's right. Good to see you.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Thanks for coming.
Hello.
Namaste. How are you?
How are you?
Namaste. How are you?
Hello.
I'm so glad. Hello. Hello.
You want to
Oh, so sweet to meet you.
Last time you. So happy to see you. Hi, you can come in.
Come to the again. Come.
Oh, okay. Come to the camera. Very well. Oh, okay.
You want one? Come closer. Right. Okay.
How are you?
Oh, let him kneel there. Let him kneel there. Yeah. That's right.
How many is that?
Okay. That's a twin servant. Thank you. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Can I pass this way? Bibi up here. Bibi Daniel, usi din pa How are you? Fine, thanks. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello. Namaste.
Kishore, come. Namaste, Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak for some of my Muslim guests. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me very great pleasure to see that all our guests, our very, very important guests, are here this evening. I would like to welcome you to this evening's function. We would like you to spend the next few hours with us. As you can see, you have had a difficult entrance. The reason being that you can enter here at your free will. You won't be allowed to leave once the gangplank is removed from there. Therefore, you have been specially selected to be with us this evening to enjoy what has come in the form of an excuse, because we needed to get together, and the excuse was provided in the form of Roshelle's 21st birthday. Remember, we would like to see each one of you join us in the course of the evening. Nobody is to remain sitting. You have to join us. You have to join us and have fun. Right? Therefore, the doors will only open at midnight for you to leave. Anybody who wants to go to the toilet, please excuse yourself, go now, because afterwards you won't be able to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, in welcoming you, I want to say that if somebody feels insulted, it's not that some family members have been left out. I want to, at the very outset, say to you that those people who are in some way or the other connected to my children, They have been specially invited to this function. Therefore, any other persons who might have been left out, please accept our apologies. You are special to us, therefore you are here with us. This evening, besides welcoming each one of you, it gives me great pleasure now to welcome the lady of the moment, that is my daughter Roshelle. She will be accompanied by Vishen and Vishal. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Roshelle, Vishen and Vishal. Roshelle is very special to us in many ways, and more so to me, because when she was a little girl, she once said to me, "Dad, you know, when I turn 21, you are going to be an old man. I wonder how you're going to take me onto the dance floor and that forth." She said, "Dad, you're going to be nearly 60. Now, I'm not yet 60. I'm still on my feet. I don't use crutches. I still have original legs. Therefore, but it does give me a cue from there. It says it's time to retire. And I think by the time Roshelle qualifies in next 18 or 20 months, I think I'll take my retirement and I will take the cue from Roshelle. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a very warm and hearty welcome to this evening's function. Please enjoy yourself. That would be my message. To commence the function, or to continue the function, the first part of the function is to call upon our Pandit Praveen Maharaj to lead us in prayer. Praveen Maharaj.
Upasthit Sajno, Prem Namaskar. May I humbly request that you please rise and join us in prayer. Hari Om. Om Vakrat Kunde Makarai Surya Koti Sambhavam Nirgudeva Sarva Deva Sarva Kareshu Sarvadam. O Ganesha, with your curved trunk and an impressive presence, you radiate the luster of millions of suns. Remove all obstacles from our path and make all our actions successful. Om Agni Naye Supataraye Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yodasya Majo Ramanemo Bhushitam Te Nama Yuktam Vidmaham. O Lord, who art light and wisdom, Thou knowest all our thoughts and deeds. Lead us by the right path to the fulfillment of life and keep us away from sin. We offer unto Thee, O Lord, our praise and salutations. Om Namaste Sate Jagate Karnai Namaste Chite Sarve Lokshai Namo Devita Tavaye Mukti Prayadim Namo Brahmane Vyapane Sashivdayim. Salutations to that being, the cause of the universe. Salutation to that consciousness, the support of all the worlds. Salutation to the one truth without a second, which gives liberation. Salutation to that eternal Brahman who pervades all regions. Hari Om. Om Vayam Tvatvam Samramo Vayam Tvam Bhajamavam Vayam Tvam Jagate Sashi Rupam Namaha Sakitame Nidhanam Nirmalaye Bhishmam Om Bhavam Bodhi Podram Sarvanaye Vrajamam. O thou eternal witness of the universe, we meditate on the one truth and silently we adore Thee and offer Thee our salutations. We take refuge in that one being, the basis of everything, self-supporting and supreme, a vessel in the sea of life. Om Asatoma Sadgamayam Tamasoma Jyotirgamayam Mrityorma Amritam Gamayam. Om Supreme Spirit, lead us from untruth to truth. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Om Sarve Bhavantu Shukinam. Sarve Santu Niramayam. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kashtit Madhukha Ma Punyat. O Lord, in Thee may all be happy. May all be free from misery. May all realize goodness. And may no one suffer pain. Om Dyo Shanti Rantarikshe Gwam Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Oshadaya Shanti Vanaspati Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagwam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redi. Om Shanti 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 Sushanti Bhavatu Sarva Arista Shanti. O Supreme Lord, Thy celestial regions are full of peace and harmony. Peace reigns on Thy earth and Thy waters. Thy herbs and trees are full of peace. All Thy forces of nature are full of peace and harmony. There is peace and perfection in Thy internal knowledge. Everything in the universe is peaceful, and peace pervades everywhere. O Lord, may that peace come to us all this evening. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavad. You may be seated.
Good evening. Good evening to our dear friends and family. Good evening to our dear friends and family, the lady of the moment, my sister Roshelle. In continuing with this evening's function, I would like to call upon my Nani, Mrs. G. Besesa, to light the candles. My Nani is the only living grandparent of Vishen, Roshelle, and myself, and my Nani plays an important role in all of our lives. She's there for us, guiding us, and always giving us support and love. I'd like to call upon Roshelle to blow the candles. I would now like to ask Roshelle to blow out the candles on the count of 3. You'll see how you can huff and puff now, okay? 1, 2, 3. I'd like to call Shakira and my cousins to lead us in singing Happy Birthday to Roshelle. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Roshelle. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, and so say all of us. I'll ask Roshelle to please cut the cake. Anyone. You can choose which cake you want to cut. We'll now ask Shakira to lead us in singing For She's a Jolly Good Fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us. For she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us.
Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Thank you, Shakira. I would now call upon my mummy and my daddy, who will present Roshelle with her 21st key. As we all know, the 21st key is of great significance. Although Roshelle has already been given so much of freedom, having lived on her own from such a young age, she has already displayed all the sense of responsibility that any 21-year-old would have done from a much earlier age. To continue with this evening's function, I'd like to call upon my brother Vishen.
The lady of the moment, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is indeed an honor for me this evening to stand here and say a few words on behalf of my younger sister, Roshelle. I especially have flown in to attend this function, and seeing all of you here tonight, I really feel happy that I did so. Roshelle is, as you all know, one of the most wonderful and caring people around. We both spent many years together, growing up as well as studying alone, and I should know her best. I know what she likes, her dislikes, and her temper tantrums. But all in all, as well as when her Iron Lady Margaret Thatcher-like attitude sometimes. But with all that, I'm very happy today to be here proposing the toast. And can I have the champagne, please? Ladies and gentlemen, the waitresses and waiters are going around pouring champagnes for all of you. Please rise and join with me to toast to Roshelle. Could everybody please rise with me, please? In your celebration, we all know in our minds. Yes to Roshelle. Cheers. That we can set aside to show just how much we love you, and I'm sure you would agree. What could you want? I'd like to call upon our next speaker, Mr. Roshelle Ramkisson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I just never understood how a man who died for good could not have a day.
everybody. On behalf of our hosts, Raj and Veena, Vishal, Vishen, and the lady of the moment, I too want to ask and use my quota of welcome to all of you. I must say at the outset that this is one function in the family that I wasn't involved in organizing. Having said that, I must say, Raj and Veena, that I'm most impressed with the decorum, the ambience, and the layout of this evening's function. Congratulations to the two of you. I too want to say, Roshelle, congratulations on your 21st birthday. We'll talk about you a little later. Vishal flew down from London a few weeks ago to attend her cousin's wedding and to celebrate her sister's birthday, and she'll be flying out in a couple of days' time. Vishen, as you mentioned, also flew down 2 nights ago, and this time tomorrow he'll be in the plane with his sister back to Bangalore. So welcome, son. Roshelle it's her night, and let's talk about Roshelle. And at every birthday, when it's the 21st, the limelight is on the individual. And tonight is no exception for our radiant lady. Roshelle, incidentally, happens to be, I realized a few days ago, the youngest of the Ramkisson girls, if I may use the word girls, amongst our nieces. She now comes of age. So, Roshelle, you got the big boots now, love. And of course, we've got 2 or 3 of the boys that will still be getting there in a couple of years' time. I want to very briefly talk about Roshelle. Let's look at her academic career. Roshelle started her first infant school at St. Mary's. It's a school for girls in Kloof. That's where she was until she completed standard 8. And thereafter, she went to South India in Bangalore, where she completed standards 9 and 10 at a very, very exclusive school for girls. It's called the Mount Carmel Girls College. That's where she completed standard 9 and 10. Presently, she is at the Kempa Gowda Institute of Medical Science. It's another very, very reputable college, medical college in South India, in Bangalore. And she's in the last semester. A semester lasts in India, I'm given to stand for some 18 months. So when she gets back now, in fact, she's studying here right now. It was more a working holiday for Roshelle. She goes back, and approximately May, June next year, she'll hopefully return, or I'm not sure, but she'll qualify in the chosen field. So, Roshelle, we wish you all the best. When I chatted to her about her birthday, like my daughter Natasha's, was also on Tuesday, the 19th of February, and I said, Doll, now you can tell Dad where to jump off. No, Shana Kaka. The moment I get my designation as DR in front, then I know my goal is achieved. And I thought that was very, very good answer. Well done, well done. Insofar as her extracurricular activity is concerned, sometimes you don't even notice that, because, I mean, Raj and Veena's children are my children. My children are not Raj's children. I mean, he knows that. We have that understanding. But all our cousins, all the nephews and nieces, we regard them as our children. And we are very, very close indeed. But I didn't realize that Roshelle started dancing when she was a 3-year-old child. And as she grew up, she joined the Nateshwar Dance Academy. Of course, we were headed by Smita Singh. Those of us that are inclined towards Indian dancing will know the Smita Singh, and the Nateshwar School of Dancing is very, very popular in Durban and in South Africa. And I remember that when she was a 6-year-old girl, she appeared in a Diwali program and was on TV, and of course she's now a TV personality as a result of that. The Santoki brothers, those of us again that are in Indian music, not that I'm very strongly inclined to Indian music, but I love Indian music. The Santoki brothers came down from Mauritius and they were teaching Indian music. And there are some students here that were students of the Santoki brothers. And Jairaj Santoki is a renowned sitar player. The mother, Veena, was a student amongst a few others. Roshelle was a student, so much so that the student became the guru and she started teaching sitar. And those were the days when, under the auspices of the Indian Academy of Music and Dance. So that was one time in her life that she was pulling strings. Roshelle, well done. Modeling. For 3 years she actually did modeling, and I thought now in many years I could see that the model feature is now coming out in her. She modeled for the Model Ace International and the Academy models. That's where she was for 3 years, and she also gave a stint that I didn't know that you had it in some degree of privacy, that she did some Spanish dancing for 2 years. It's called the flamenco. Okay, she did the flamenco for 2 years. So yes, we'll see some kind of dance a little later. Back in Bangalore. In Bangalore, it is said that Mount Carmel Girls is an institution well over 50 years now. The institution is 50 years old. Never before in the history of that institution that a foreigner was appointed on the SRC. Roshelle was the first student out of India not only to be on the SRC but also to be its first president. And I think that was a tremendous feat in her life. And I felt very, very proud. Well done. Chatting to her the other day, and I'm not supposed to be mentioning this as far as she is concerned, but again, you know, when parents, when children do well, and of course we have had our own children, people here in this auditorium, who have had academic excellence, and there are some of us are at the moment have children that are at universities, and that they will be. And I think we as parents feel proud when our children do well. In this particular case, again, it's her night, and we are focusing on Roshelle. In the last exam, just she wrote, she's got distinction in microbiology and physiology, which I thought was great. Just as an aside, Roshelle. You know, I was trying to think now, what are the adjectives that I could use in describing Roshelle? Again, depends on the degree and the strength of the relationship that exists between me and the individual. One can add certain kind of character to the individual. And I thought, now what do I tell about Roshelle? And I tried to add all the adjectives. Some that I said that she is compassionate, that she is loving. Roshelle is very caring. She is sympathetic, extremely responsible. And we say English lady, the Iron Lady, and Margaret Thatcher, and I think Vishen will know better. Vishen got a very, very hard time with her back in Bangalore. Because when she used to keep the books, this is it, otherwise phone call to dad, same time. So yes, very, very responsible, polite, beautiful, and brilliant. I think that aspect comes out in her as we see her. Very talented. But having said all that, ladies and gentlemen, she is yet a very, very simple and very charismatic child. In the last 21 years, having very briefly given you this background, I think that she has achieved more than the family has bargained for. But I must say congratulations, Roshelle. Whenever I say Roshelle, remember it's directed to Roshelle. Roshelle, well done. But you know, I must go for a slight tangent. I've only got 5 minutes left, Raj. Raj gave me 10 minutes exactly. So in another 5 minutes, I will say a couple other things. I'll go off the tangents, deviating slightly from Roshelle, and see exactly what Roshelle has done. On the 22nd of January 2000, I stood in this auditorium at this platform and gave all the accolades I wanted to in respect of Roshelle. This time Roshelle is Roshelle. Equally beautiful, talented, brilliant, and that was the occasion that we had to say, well done, that now you have become a doctor. Now, she's in London, she is doing extra work there, and then now Roshelle has now come, and he is writing his final examinations. He too, before the year is out, will have the designation of a doctor behind his name. Now, it is not the intention. I'm trying not to be modest in this exercise. I'm not trying to also say that I'm bragging about my nephew and my nieces. That's not the intention. I think the moral of the story would be then, oh, by the way, in Bangalore, I was with Vishen a few months ago. The beautiful lasses in Bangalore calls him Roshelle Ramkisson. When we see that from the year 2000 to year 2003, 3 of Raj and Veera's children have qualified in their chosen field, then when we split the coin the other side, we say, now what has made this possible? Obviously, there has been some degree of sacrifice that has been made very, very largely on the part of the parents. Raj can be very, very uncomfortable to us. Raj can be crude as he wants to. Raj can become very difficult if he has to. He knows that. We have had our differences, but we have sorted them so well. He, like a chain, there's a link. And amongst the 12 of us, that's 8 brothers and 4 sisters, each chain, each link is just as strong. And today, I must use this platform to openly say to Raj and to Veena, a job well done. You have made these sacrifices. When one realized that Roshelle and Roshelle lives in a very, very well-equipped and well-furnished apartment in Bangalore, that they have a driver, that they have domestics, that the house is always full of food, that Raj and Veena goes across through to Bangalore at an average of once in every 6 weeks. And I think the greatest sacrifice that they have made, like most children who are at universities, whether in South Africa or out of South Africa, but away from home, they have a palatial home, which they call home, but empty home. No children. After next week, it will be Veena and it will be Raj again. The point I am making that they have made a tremendous amount of sacrifice for their children. And we, from the Ramkisson family and from the Bisesar family, are also very, very appreciative of what Veena and Raj have done for their children, like any parent would do for their children, to the best of their ability. So, sacrifice is the best investment that these 3 children have got. Finally, when I was standing here 2.5 years ago, or 2 years and 1 month ago, I concluded my address with an analogy. Now, I was thinking, how should I conclude tonight's function? And I had a number of stories and analogies to bring it into this entire discussion and conclude with. But the more I thought about it, the more it confirmed in my own mind that would be the ideal analogy which I must use tonight to conclude my discussion with. If you have heard it, it's well worth repeating. If you haven't, it's a place to hear it again. And let me say this. In this Himalayan mountain was a village, a very small community in Himalaya. And in this community, there was a very, very old man. A very old man with long graying beard. And people saw him as an elder who knew the answers to all the questions in that community. So it was said that if anything went wrong, economically, politically, spiritually, socially, he had the answers to everything. Having said that, two young pranksters, we will show this old man a point. They went up, they said, this is what we'll do, we'll take a bird. We'll have it back in the palm of our hand. And we will ask this old man, what do we have? And they assume that the old man will say it is a bird. So if he answers it's a bird, then they will ask him this tricky question which he can't answer. Is it dead or is it alive? So they also role-play that if he says it's dead, then they will just let their arms open, it will flutter and fly away. And if he says, if it's alive, they will just twist its neck and say it's dead. So they got the old man, so they thought. So they walked up with this bird to this old man, and they asked the old man, what do we have in our hand? He thought for a moment, he said, yes, it's a bird. Old man, is it dead or alive? The two young boys looked at each other. They looked at the old man. The old man looked into the sky. He looked at these two young men. He looked into the ground. He caressed his beard. And he says, son, the answer to that question lies in your very hands. Roshelle, we want to tell you tonight that your future lies in your very hands. It is we that mold our very future. The support is given to us by our friends, by our relatives, by our parents. We have seen rotters in the street. We have seen drunkards. We have seen fraudsters. Yet, we have seen some wonderful people. It all depends on how people carve their niche in life. So, through to you, love, we want to wish you all the best. And to Roshelle, to Vishal, and Vishen, I want to say, on behalf of myself, on behalf of the Ramkisson family, behalf of the Bisesas family, and on behalf of the people that are here, and those that are not here, that Raj would like to have invited not here, we want to wish you all the best. After all, life is a journey. Ride well. All the best. Namaste. Veena, I call upon you now, please. Oh, is it Roshelle? Oh, yes, of course, Roshelle. We're looking forward to that.
Thank you, Shaina Kaka, for those words. Good evening to all my dear friends and family. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Lord, for I consider myself very fortunate to have been blessed with such a wonderful family. To my mommy and daddy, I thank you very, very much for all the love, support, motivation, and opportunities that you have given me. To my sister Vishal and my brother Vishen, I thank you for all the guidance, strength, and help you have given me to reach my dreams. I know that I can always count on my family. To my friends in Bangalore, studying away from home hasn't always been that easy, but I thank you for always making sure I have a smile on my face. To my dear Nani, I thank you for always being there for me. And to all my friends and family who are here to share this evening with me, I thank you very much. I hope you'll have a wonderful evening. Enjoy yourself, eat, dance, drink, and have a safe journey home. Thank you very much.
My dear Roshelle, the lady of the moment, ladies and gentlemen, relatives and friends, it gives me great pleasure this evening to pronounce two very important words in our lives, and they are thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Almighty for making this day possible and for giving us a child like Roshelle, who is so wonderful and precious to us. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's function is the hard work of a few people and the support to provide this wonderful spread this evening. On behalf of Raj, Roshelle, Vishen, and Roshelle, I'm just following Shaina, sorry. We'd like to thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for responding to our invitation. Your presence here this evening will always be cherished by Roshelle, especially because it is a very important milestone in her life. Visham Jivan, we thank you for the videoing. Inder for all the photography. Vikash and your team for the sound, light, and the music. And I'm sure you're going to provide us with the music to keep us going this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank Roshelle Ramkisson for those lovely words. He's always there with that pillar of strength of words for us whenever we need him. Our Pandiji, Praveen Maharaj, for invoking the presence of the Lord. Vishen, Raj, and Roshelle. Sorry, Vishen, Raj, and Roshelle. I'm so sorry for the words and the welcome, the toast, and for conducting the formalities. My dear Mommy, for lighting the candles. You're always providing the light for us. And in advance, I'd like to thank Bazi Bulla. I'm sure he's going to make you laugh. And my sister-in-law, Lata Ramkisson, who is going to conduct the rest of the program after dinner. Our dinner arrangements this evening is buffet. We have 2 settings on either end of the hall for the non-vegetarians and a vegetarian setting at the back left-hand corner, followed by desserts, which are on the front right-hand corner, and later this evening, tea and coffee with cakes. Ladies and gentlemen, during dinner, if family members and friends did not take photographs with us earlier, we would like you to come forward and take photographs with Roshelle. Dinner is going to be for the next 30 minutes only. Sorry, the program is a little extensive and we have more fun and games for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like you to join us, enjoy yourselves, please partake of the meals, stay as long as you like, and have a safe journey home. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, also please note that there's lamp split on both sides of the hall, so you could chew on both sides. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are vegetarian meals for those who are fasting.
It's not fair. Even showing a video, the chow video.
Hey, Visham, please don't do this to me. One is fatless, maybe? Yeah, that's perfect for me. Thank you. Thanks, Visham. Split either here. Whether you...
You got my head that time.
I'm eating food. I like to take away when you eat food. When the girls photograph two dark seats.
Basibula.
Thank you very much. At this point, normally they clap. Usually they clap. And all the time they clap. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 10 minutes. But when they said supper was going to be for half an hour, so I thought I'll make that 5 minutes. The last time they said to me supper was going to be for half an hour, I said put it on a drip. It's easier to have it on the drip. Vishen, I want to firstly congratulate you, and I want to say that for all those achievements that you have, not many people can carry it with the kind of humility that you carried with. I want to congratulate you on behalf of my wife Rose, my 2 little ones, and of course the rest of the people here. I was just looking at Vishen when he sat there with his sister, and he told me not so long ago that he was going to get married. I said to him, if you're getting married, the first thing you start doing as a man is you start reading A Long Walk to Freedom. The next thing you do is you start watching Bold and Beautiful. For those of you who do not have hair, it's actually Bold and Beautiful. After you watch Bold and Beautiful, you're going to have to start with some loving when you find that bold and beautiful person. And after which, of course, you're going to be celebrating the days of your life, Vishen. But just one thing you mustn't do, please, and that's coming from an experienced married man: don't ever stop watching Survivor. Believe it or not, it's a fact. He said to me as he sat on the plane coming from India to South Africa, there was a guy sitting next to him, and he was reading a paper, and this Westerner said, "Is that from India?" He said, "Yes, this was made in India." So then after a while he took out some very nice food that smelled very nice, and I asked him, "Is that from India as well?" Vishen said, "Yeah, that's from India." And then Vishen left one small one, you know. So the Westerner said, "Is that from India?" I said, "Actually, it wasn't made in India, but that's A India." So that's A India for you. Well, I tell you, you know, I've had some funny experiences in life recently. The car guards are some people that really, really worry me all the time. Now, I am in the sales job, so I stop 20 times a day wherever I go, and they come running to me. I don't understand something. How is it car guards always think they found you the parking? You ever had that experience? And car guards always think that you can't reverse. Have you had the experience? Okay, you've had the experience. Now, I was in a beautiful place called Phoenix Plaza. Nice place. I shop there because you get bargains there. So anyway, as I reversed my car into this parking lot, as I reversed my car in there, he comes running, by which time my wife had got off the car. He says to me, "Now in Phoenix there's a style to get those." They look at you like this and say, "Hustling, bro. Hustling." I said, "Yeah, man, Lani's bro just got off the cab. Why didn't ask her for some money? I'm only driving this cab, you know." So then he said, "Yeah." I said, "You know, things are so bad where I'm working, they pay me once a year." He said, "Aye, once a year." I said, "Yeah." I looked at him and said, "How's the 5 bob there?" He said, "Aye." So try that one. When you meet a car guard and they give you that kind of story, just try that. It always works. Apparently, Bin Laden spent Eid today in Mount Edgecombe. He was attracted to Mount Edgecombe because of the Trade Center. And he was seen moving towards the White House. So if anybody has seen him, please just direct him that Mount Edgecombe is where I come from. That's certainly not in America. We had a funny experience when I lived on a beautiful farm called Inanda. We were fond of eating the genuine mushroom, the mushroom that comes out of the ground. Okay? Now, the fear always was whether it's going to be poisonous. So you put a couple of coins in there, and if it turns black, you don't have the mushroom. But we were so broke, we didn't have coins, so we thought, well, maybe we should cook those mushrooms. And we gave it to our dog, Spotty. Funny thing, you got a dog with spots, you call it Spotty. Have a dog that's mad, you call it Dotty. Anyway, ours was a complete Hindi dog. It had roti, chutney, biryani, anything, you know. So anyway, we had this cooked, and after about 6 hours, this dog was still wagging its tail, very happy and what have you. So my late mom said, "I think we should take a chance and eat." We ate it. And after 15 minutes, my neighbor came running to say, "Hey, your dog died, eh?" Can you imagine the drama? Can you imagine the drama? All of us collapsed. It took us to hospital. We were put in drips and what have you, and drabs and what have you. And when we came out after 3 days, another neighbor came to visit and said, "You know, that fellow shouldn't drive that car so fast. Look at how he killed your his dog." Such a waste of money. It's crazy, isn't it? Well, just one. Thanks, Shana. At least I have one supporter here. This afternoon I had a nice experience. My niece is getting married, so being the normal charos, we go and invite people that we didn't meet for 20 years. And I went to Kenville. It's got quite a lot of steep driveways. I promise you the past government put our people in high places, very high up there. As we got up there, parked my car, the first thing I see a sign that says, beware of the dog. Now Hindustani people writing in English, can that dog read English? They should say, Dekhna kutta kat. Huh? Tamil people say, Badro nai, watch out the dog, you know, it's going to get you. You know, there's some things like you got to communicate in a language the dog can understand. So anyway, as I sit there, I look at the sign, and the auntie comes in the veranda, and you know, they give you, after they become diabetic, they give you this look from the veranda. They look like, you know that one? You know who that is? Huh? She said, hey, jump off, man, jump off. I said, auntie, bloody sign there, beware of the dog. She said, no, dog died 5 years ago. Put my glass down. I said, what is that sign there for? She said, no, to make native people frightened. So I get off the car, she holds me, kissing, and I tell you, eating safari, the smell is hitting me, and some old people got the small beard, that thing poking me and all, holding me, come inside. You know, she takes me in the lounge, we sit down, she says, who are you? I said, actually, auntie, I don't recognize you either. She said, nice, you came far? I said, yeah, I'm inviting, you know. Who are you? I said, now the way I explained to her, I worked it out, we're not even related. So I went to the wrong house. So anyway, I gave her this card and I said, listen, my niece is getting married. She said, never mind, we'll come. You know, that is a nice thing about Indians. I mean, we go, people invite us. Come on, let's celebrate our Indianness. Give yourselves a round of applause. Come on. It's lovely. It's lovely. I mean, there's never a group out there who can say, I went to games. I went to hubs. I went to spas. I mean, we put an S on everything, you know. I mean, it's great being there. Anyway, as I sit there and I'm having a chat with her, she says, have something to drink. One of the worst things to do when you're going to invite people at weddings is having to drink tea. God, they don't make toilets in the cars, man. Why? You know? So anyway, I said, no, actually, auntie, I want to go to toilet. She said, go, Beta, go. Hey, I tell you, I went there. A fellow who went before me, genuine Chansurubaji. Yeah. Now, vectors are making spray to kill the curry effect. I mean, how can that work? They got potpourri. Potpourri can't attack curry, guys. Come on. Potpourri can't attack curry. Genuine. You know, they got strawberry. I mean, try it, ladies. You all cook. Even if you listen to Asha Maharaj's column, you know, I mean, her radio show, which is not very much on radio now. Go and put some strawberry on some curry. See how it come out? Huh? Talking about Asha, I phoned her once, you know. I said, Asha, this is a boy, I'm calling from Marion Hill. My mother-in-law is coming home. I want to make some nice boti. What must do first? She said, must wash it. I said, isn't must buy it? She wasn't impressed. And I said, then? She said, no, you buy it, you boil it, and all that. I said, hey, my mother-in-law got no teeth. She said, change your mother-in-law. I just had Daya's mother ask me just now, how many children you got? I said, 2 from the first marriage, then I married my wife again and we didn't have any more, so it's 2. You ever wonder, doctors have descriptions, say your sugar is 14 plus. I always ask my doctor, 14 plus what? He said, I don't know. It's amazing, isn't it? Well, you know, China, I've done this bit before, but China was in hospital down with diarrhea and I go to see him. He says to me, bro, chow. Now, you don't ever give somebody chow who's got diarrhea, right, doc? Correct? Right. Dr. Shichan said it's correct. Now, I said to him, I'm not going to waste my chow. So I said to him, when are you going to leave here? He said, I'm going to leave when the drip is finished. I said, don't be silly, man. Just drink the drip. I'll take your palsy now. Why China doesn't? I went to the hospital in Mishlanga. It's a beautiful hospital. Don't ask me why they call it a hospital. It's really a hotel. Now, I'm a normal charo as well. My brother was in hospital. I wanted to get there first. Okay, so we rush and we get up there, and guess what? All my connections beat me to the draw. They're all standing around my brother and asking him the same question. They're asking him, so how are you? I told my wife, when I'm in hospital, put aside, he's so well, that's why he's here. Stupid question. How are you? Anyway, I see my brother's leg is on a traction, so I said, hey, bro, why don't you put your leg on a traction? He reckon, no, the nurse is easy to give you an injection. But I'll tell you who's the worst nurses, the big ones. Hey, they come in there. They park when they see you around the bed, especially the Indian nurses. They say, hey, two to a bed. I got so cross, I said to a nurse, that bed is so small. My brother can hardly make it. What do you mean two to a bed? They for sure threw me out of the hospital. Just one more bit I want to do with you because my time's running out, and I know yours not, but I have just one problem with Indian women generally, including my wife. You know, Indians never admit, especially the women, that they fart. No, it's a fact. Lata, you fart? So what do I mean? Bobby, you fart? No? Huh? Bobby, you fart? See? I mean, this happens all the time. I mean, I have a nice way in my home. My wife asked me the one night in bed, you farted? I said, no. She said, hey, you think I don't know your voice? When you live with somebody, you know, it doesn't mean if you're married in community or property, and if the wife farts, you are half responsible. Unfortunately, you'll have to do the smelling, but you're not half responsible. I mean, everybody farts, even Raj Bansi farts, man. I mean, it's a fact, he knows it, okay? He doesn't admit it, that's the only difference. I mean, the one day he farted his wife farted, Asha Devi, she farted in the kitchen, his wig came out in the lounge. And if you remember about 2 years ago, they had in the newspaper that he's being worried by evil spirits. I think that's what they were referring to. They interviewed the great leaders, they interviewed Nelson Mandela, they asked him, you fart? He said, for 27 years, they have tried to hold my fart. So when I leave, I make a big boom. They asked Buthelezi, do you fart? He said, I'm not farting for myself, I'm farting for the ANC. They asked Desmond Tutu, do you fart? He says, if you are farting and you're not admitting it, there'll be no truth and reconciliation in your family. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your night, and it was great being here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry, Lata said she does fart, by the way.
Thank you very much, Bazzy, and please, next time don't ask me such personal questions in public. We won't hire you. Okay. Dear Roshelle, friends and relatives, namaste and good evening to everybody. You have been welcomed. We've been through the formalities this evening. Most of you are nearly over with dinner, and those of you who are still eating, please do continue with that. It is that part of the evening now for fun and entertainment and everybody to enjoy yourselves. Firstly, to Roshelle, I just want to say, come and take a seat, Roshi. Yes, we want to offer our bit of congratulations as well to Roshelle. And I just want to say, true beauty shines from the soul and warms the world with love, compassion, and integrity. And you are one of those special people to us. The warmth, the love that you share with those around you really is something great. That's what makes you so special. Congratulations, everything of the very best. All the best with your forthcoming exams. We know that has been brought forward as well, and we know you're going to do well again with everybody's support and your own hard work. And we wish you everything of the best. May all your dreams and desires be fulfilled. The next part of our program, you know, it has been said that of all the disciplines, dance is one of the most expressive. And what better way this evening to show our love and congratulations to Roshelle than by the medium of dance. The first item that we have today is a solo item by Roshelle Ramkisson. And Roshelle, as most of us know, being close family and friends here today, has been dancing from a very young age, and she has had formal training in Kathak dancing. We are indeed very proud of Roshelle that although she has had such a hectic academic career, she has still found the time to continue with this beautiful dance form. May I present to you Dr. Roshelle Ramkisson. Give her a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't that great, ladies and gentlemen? That applause doesn't deserve Vishal's dance. Come, a loud one. Thank you very much. For those of you who have watched Vishal dancing, as I said, from a little girl, how many of you did recognize the first piece that she danced to? Malakaki, first hand up, yes. The others, many of us, huh? Yes, she danced to that number when she was only 6 years old, many, many years ago. I'm not going to say how long. Anyway, and that particular bit was done for Roshelle with so much of love for her sister on your special day, and that being your 21st birthday. And then obviously she went on to the rest of it being the Kathak part of the dance. Vishal, well done, and as I said, we're very proud of you. And we should take a cue from Vishal, ladies and gentlemen. Dance is also one of the ways, an excellent way to beat stress. So don't think it's too late. You can start at any age. Join a ballroom dancing club or classical dancing or Madan Kaka's chutney group, anything. It's really a good way to beat stress, and you can see that she has kept the balance with her academic career and dancing as well. We have next Roshelle and Vishen, who are going to officially open this evening's dance. And once they have taken the floor after a while, Vinakaki and Rajkaka will join them, and then followed by anybody else who'd like to join them. So may I present to you Our Lady of the Moment, Roshelle, accompanied by her loving and dear brother, Vishen. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
They can come true, yeah, they can come true. Move a step closer, you know that I want you. I can tell by your eyes that you want me to. Just a question of time. I knew we'd be together and that you'd be mine. I want you here forever. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gotta say how I feel. I can't believe it, but I know that you're real. I know what I want, and baby, it's you. Can't deny my feelings because they are true, yeah. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. I've seen you sometimes on your unending cries. I do I have to have you, my horse and nerve been tied. Now you're by my side, and I feel so good. I'm nothing to hide, don't feel that I ever could. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gotta say how I feel. I can't believe you're here, but I know that you're real. I know what I want, and baby, it's you. Can't deny my feelings because they are true, yeah. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. I'm not making plans for tomorrow. Let's live for tonight. You know I want you, baby. So hold me so tight. Put your arms around me. You make me feel so safe. And you whisper in my ear that you're here to stay. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Dreams can come true. Look at me, babe, I'm I got you.